Yeah, we just had to get our effort up. We let them shoot too many comfortable threes, didn't force enough turnovers. To get down 18 right out of the gate, we were really out of sync that first 13 minutes. So, but I think it speaks to our character, what we're able to do when our backs are against the wall and we're not playing well, and kind of buckled down and figured out. And I think it shows our offense comes off our defense, take those two guards, who are two of the best guards in the league, and force the two of them into 15 turnovers combined. Speaks to the job that Dante, Devontae, CJ, Javon had a tough matchup with Austin. Start the game. So Austin ends up with only 8 points and 7 turnovers. It's a pretty good job on. If you go to Ken Palm, he was coming to this game listed as the third best player in our league. So thought our defense on him was pretty good. Taking the charges, getting him fouled out of the game was big for us too.
You talked this week about getting back to the way you were playing before. Your blue-collar brand. Do you feel, how much do you think you did that today?
The last 27 minutes was exactly how we want to play. The first 13 minutes, I don't know if we just were out of sync because we did practice. You hadn't played a game for a week. I don't have the answer. I told our guys in there too. I don't know. I don't know why the first 13 minutes of the game didn't. The answer was no for the first 13 minutes, which was a little irritating just because we talked about it so much. And CJ had to get comfortable playing with his shoulder, not to make excuses, because I think Central came out really ready to go and they did a great job. But he didn't have a point at the half, and you could just tell he was passing up shots and trying to pass the ball with his left hand instead of his right hand. So I think once he realized he can play with it and saw that first three there go in the second half, that kind of got him going. So he scored 18 after the half. Carruthers had to get comfortable on his foot. Carruthers hadn't practiced all week. So, we had just different circumstances maybe that guys had to figure out that they could play with their injuries, and then did a pretty good job once they settled in that way.
Nick Perkins sat out the first half. Was a violation of team rules, is that correct?
No, we wanted to rest him to make sure he was fresh for the second half. No, he little small minor violation. His attitude's been great. I love Nick, and he'll be back to his regular role in the next game, but just nothing major.
Do you think though that his absence, especially in the paint, may have impacted your team as well? It looked like he
100%. I mean, he can score in the paint whenever he wants, and so if you saw, we went right to him there in the second half, right out of the gate, and then they had to bring the house. They forced a lot of guys to collapse in the paint on him. Then he sprayed the ball out. We got open looks because then they had to pay. They're sending 3-4 guys down his way once he scored there early in the paint. I thought he was great for us in the second half, and he did a good job. He moves his feet so well. He could switch on the ball screens. He moves his feet like a guard, and when he knows he's got a guard on a switch, he sits down in a stance and really moves. And he's one of the best bigs for his size, that I've ever seen, able to stay in front of guards, which helps our ball screen coverage out quite a bit too.
How do you feel about the way he responds to the benching and the?
Oh, he's great. His attitude's been great all week. I mean, it was nothing big, and just wanted to help him grow up, be a man a little bit. And I thought he's responded. I mean, I love the kid. He's going to be a really good pro somewhere after this is all said and done. He just got to grow up a little bit on a few things, and I think the team embraced him, and he embraced it, and he's been great all week.
Down 18 early, did you think about maybe going to him a little bit earlier?
I had an assistant in my ear to do it, but I wanted to give those other guys a shot to see what they could do in the first half and give some other guys some minutes. And then we went on that big run, cut it, went from 18 to 5, so we managed it all right.
I know in the past few games, some of your team struggled a little bit with turnovers, but to see your team create turnovers against Central Michigan, 20 committed 23, what does that say about kind of their ability to learn from that?
Yeah, you know what? We still had too many turnovers. 15 turnovers is ridiculous. We've got to get back down to, as fast as we play, you're going to have 10 to 12, but 15 is just too many. We've 6 out of our last 7 games. We've been averaging right there 14, 15 turnovers. So we got to do a better job with that. But we've always been able to force turnovers. Our guards just play so hard and get into the ball and, take stuff away, blow up handoffs, blow up ball screens, able to switch. We got tough physical guards that we can put on the other team's 4s and 5s. CJ guards the 4, so we can just switch every ball screen, and then you get into it, and they can't really get anything out of it. So, we forced a lot of turnover, especially you look at those 2 guards, Roundtree and Austin. They had 15 between the 2 of them, but we got to do a better job on our end, not turning the ball over. I thought Jordan had one of his better games in a while, 8 assists and 3 turnovers, so he was not turning it over as much. 3s maybe still a tad too high, but to go with 8 assists, and he played 24 minutes, so it wasn't too bad for him.
Jeremy, what was kind of the focus of the team this week? A week off, coming off a loss, and what did you talk about coming into this game?
Just getting back to our basics, is finding ourselves, just getting, like I said, just practicing hard, getting ready. We had a week off so we could prepare. We put the scout in a day earlier than we normally do, so we was locked in.
How well do you think you played today? Did you do anything particularly better than in the last game?
Yeah, we guarded a little bit better today.
One thing to piggyback off that, I would say that our team defense was much better than how we played it at Bowling Green. At Bowling Green, we just wanted to focus on our man and stopping our man. But one thing that we really been stressing this whole week off from games was if someone scored, they scored on the whole team. It's all of our faults. It's something that each one of us out there could have did better. And I feel like today we had each other's backs. We was in the gaps, and that was one of the reasons that we was able to create so many turnovers, because we played team defense instead of just one-on-one.
What do you think changed for you guys within the game from the poor start to playing better the last 27 minutes?
Just an effort thing, one thing about this team, we have a couple guys that may mess up in one area and let it affect all the other areas of their game and stuff. And once we was able to start playing hard and see the ball go through the net or get a steal, then we was able to get it rolling. So we just didn't let anything else affect ourselves on the defensive end.
CJ, how frustrating was it for you in the first half, though, not to have a shot fall and to see your team fall so far behind?
It was definitely killing me, when you know that you're a guy that'll lay your whole body out there for the team, and nothing's just going your way, It definitely hurt me, but I just tried to stay positive through it and encourage my teammates. Jeremy had a really good first half. He was aggressive and stuff. I was just telling him keep going and just trying to get guys going and stuff. And thank God I was able to come back in the second half and have to be able to help my team.
How did it finally click for you in the second half, though?
I kind of just, all I can do is give honor to God. That's all I can do.
Jeremy, what kind of helped you really shoulder the load, in the first half after struggling the past couple of games?
I wouldn't call it a low. We got a bunch of good players, even though we had a couple injuries and stuff. But just staying aggressive, being aggressive. My teammates and my coaches always telling me to be aggressive, so that's it.
CJ, how much is that shoulder bothering you?
Adrenaline's still rushing right now, but I should be good by next game.
It was the same injury Wes had last year. Wes was a lot worse. If you remember, he had to miss a couple weeks, so he's kind of going through the same thing Wes went through last year, but hopefully he recovers a little quicker because it's not quite as bad as Wes's was.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Thank you for coming.